Next! What? We got a little bit of a problem. What problem? So, nobody is here to do moments in the rail industry, and we are actually behind schedule. We should have been done this video yesterday. Oh, shoot, it's February 1st. Who's gonna do it? Not me, I'm about to go somewhere. I was wondering if you could do it. Oh my gosh, I thought you never asked. I never actually got to do one of these. Oh, you actually want to do it? Oh, perfect. Uh, Here's a script and, bye. Jeez, he got a lot of places to go. Anyways, what does this thing say? Oh, okay. Hi there, welcome to another video in Moments in the Rail Industry. This one is the first of 2025, aka January 2025. There's a lot of things to cover, so as you all know, let's get straight into it. Starting off with arguably a big one for rail fans, Go 249 returned as a refurbished cab car after being refurbished at Alstom. This cab car is actually quite different. You might not see it, but if you heard, this cab car has a K5LA, which is absolutely unusual considering the fact that all of Canada, it is all K5CAs for all passenger locomotives and cab cars. Already have a video explaining on Go 249 and pretty much the whole spiel, so I won't say anything more about the K5LA. However, one thing I will say is this cab car has USB-C charging ports, which is great considering the fact that USB-C is slowly becoming the dominant charger. Interestingly, on its first few days of traveling on the rails as a leading cab car again, one of its doors broke, which I initially thought would just put this cab car back out of service for pretty much a long time, but it doesn't seem like the case. It must seem like they have fixed it and it is still back on service as of the making of this video, which is highly interesting. Additionally, this cab car is pretty much now the only thing to have a K5LA, as VIA 903, the last P42 to have a K5LA, recently had its horn switched to a K5CA. No idea why. I heard it was fouled, but now this P42 is just like all the others. Sad. Speaking of Alstom, the transition of Go Transit rail operations from Alstom to On Express has been postponed to September 4th, or just around September. 10 months is what it says. So, Alstom will continue operating the Go Transit rail network up until that time. Initially, it was supposed to be done by January 1st. But you're watching this video in February, so that clearly tells the tale already. While we're still on the topic of Go Transit, a crossing barrier which was bent out of place struck a Go train window. I'm actually not sure what happened here or what caused it. Most likely a car or truck ran through the barrier and it caused that. The Go train was near Milton, Ontario when this happened. This is Fifth Line if you are familiar with it. This is actually a brand new rail crossing as well, so that sucks. No one has been injured or reported as injured, so it seems like everything is relatively okay in this regard, except for the cab car. But hey, that's where 249 comes in. Via Rail began testing their Via Siemens sets up in northern Quebec for one of the services up there. Crazy how it's not really just the corridor Toronto to Montreal and Ottawa service, it's going way further. I wonder if they replace the Winnipeg to Churchill service as well. That would be interesting, but I don't think it's exactly possible. Maybe, who knows? It's not my call, of course. Soo Line GP38-2 number 4448 is officially departing Illinois and is bound for Louisiana. Down there's supposedly a storage yard. I'm not entirely sure, but I heard there's something down there for that. So, yeah, we're not seeing this unit again. Well, anyone in Illinois will not be seeing that unit again. I obviously don't see it. I am a Canadian. Speaking of Soo Line, well, indirectly, CPKC has begun rebranding all their Mexico yards and facilities. Oh boy, the terror has begun. And speaking of CPKC, the reporting mark is supposedly changing to CPRS, which you could say is an abbreviation for CP rail system, which that thing is coming back. That's actually crazy. CN has officially said that this weird short hood looking locomotive will be tested across various locations on their rail network for future phases of this new locomotive type being used on short and medium haul locomotive stuff. Oh boy, no. Not that, no, why? The short hood looks ridiculous. Cal Unit Productions has already went over this. We have the shipping container in the middle, the short hood at the hood, of course, and ugh, I don't like it. But oh well, it seems like this is the future, I guess. At least their long haul mainline hybrid locomotives look better, or just locomotive, the SD70H, because it literally just looks like a SD70H Tier 4, but it's a hybrid. Anyway, this thing looks terrible, but it is the future, I guess. Another P42 has been converted into an NPCU, 9702. I don't know what the previous number is or what P42 it was, but it's now P42C 9702. I'm not sure if 9701 exists or if 9702 has been revealed before 9701, but now we have confirmed two. One of the old TTC Line 3 RT has been cut up for some reason. No idea why, because initially this was preserved, and then I believe the manager for this museum or something decided, you know what, let's cut one up. You do you, I guess, but still, why? Anyways, that's not really my regard to say. A SEPTA Silverliner 2 has supposedly been preserved, which is great considering, preservation and all that. The Reading Company and Technical and Historical Society, that's a mouthful, has acquired this Silverliner 2, number 9001, after SEPTA decided 9001 needs to go. They put it up for bid and they won it. Congratulations to them. Union Pacific has begun demolition of this 120-year-old former Southern Pacific machine building shop in Sparks, Nevada. This structure, built by Southern Pacific in 1904, predates Sparks cityhood, which is crazy. Well, another piece of history gone. MBTA has apparently completed their $900 million PTC project, which has completely gone under my radar. Well, congratulations, MBTA, you completed PTC. New York's rail ridership is up since the start of congestion tolling. Ridership has been up in the first 3 weeks since the congestion pricing, which means it's actually working, and is great. Rail and in general transit should be ahead in big cities such as New York, and I'm glad they're actually doing something to turn people to rail. East Palestine and Norfolk Southern have reached a $22 million settlement over the derailment that happened a few years ago. Crazy how it's been a couple years since they actually had that derailment and they finally had a settlement. I don't think this will do much considering the backlash, and also the money has to be split among everyone and everything that has been affected by this derailment. So you're probably looking at a very sum of money to certain aspects and people as well. Now, I'm not taking away that the settlement has happened. It's great that a settlement has been achieved, but I don't think it's much. Caltrain's electric equipment has led Caltrain to lower the estimate of electric costs. The regenerative braking on Caltrain's Stadler train sets is sending approximately 23% of energy consumed by the system back into the system. Electric use is averaging 207 megawatt hours on weekdays and 175 megawatt hours on weekends, which has led the operator to revise its estimated electric cost from $19.5 million to $16.5 million annually, meaning they are saving about $3 million, which is great. The owner of a failed rolling stock rebuilder owes the province of New Brunswick, which is in Canada, $5 million. A Moncton developer and former rail owner of a rail equipment company called Industrial Rail Services failed to complete the contract to rebuild LRC cars for Via Rail. This company held contracts with Via to refurbish Bombardier LRC passenger cars, retrofit the British-built Renaissance rail cars to meet accessibility requirements, and rehabilitate a half dozen diesel rail cars, or the RDC. New Brunswick is like, where's my money at? Pay up, bro. That was so cheesy. The Mexican government began work on two passenger rail lines. These two lines that I'm not going to pronounce correctly aim for operations in 2027. The new lines will begin construction in April of this year. And last but not least, Atlanta's MARTA, or MARTA, or whatever the heck you call it, unveils their first new train set. MARTA's first Stadler CQ400 train set has been displayed at Lindenberg Center Station in Atlanta on January 30th, 2025, so not too far ago. Great, they got new train sets on top of the train sets that... Oh wait, I'm thinking of MBTA, my bad. Those have very, very much reliability issues, so never mind. Great, MARTA got new stuff. Well, that will end another video on moments in the rail industry. If you enjoyed this video, do something with it. I don't know, share it to somebody. Anyway, that will be a wrap, and I'll see you in February. Oh no, it's a short month. Damn it!